Durgan Ironfist was the last of his clan. He had seen his kin slaughtered by the goblin horde that had invaded their mountain home. He had fought bravely, but he knew he could not hold them off forever. He had retreated to the highest point of the pass, where he made his final stand. He gripped his battle-axe tightly, his eyes scanning the rocky terrain for any sign of movement. He knew they were coming. He could hear their snarls and shrieks echoing in the wind. He spat on the ground and muttered a prayer to Moradin, the god of the dwarves. He did not fear death. He had lived a good life, full of honor and glory. He had forged many weapons and armor for his clan, and he had wielded them with skill and courage. He had no regrets, except that he could not avenge his fallen comrades. He saw them then. A swarm of goblins, crawling and climbing over the rocks like vermin. They were armed with crude spears, swords and bows, and they wore scraps of leather and fur. They outnumbered him by at least 20 to 1, but he did not flinch. He roared a challenge, raising his axe high in the air. "Come on, you filthy curs! Come and face me if you dare! I am Durgan Ironfist, son of Tharion, grandson of Gindril, of the clan Ironfist. I will send you all to the abyss." The goblins answered with a chorus of howls and curses. They charged at him, eager to claim his head as a trophy. Durgan met them with a fury that matched their own. He swung his axe left and right, cleaving skulls and limbs with every blow. He felt no pain, only rage and determination. He fought like a lion, but he was only one dwarf against a horde. Soon he was surrounded by enemies, who stabbed and slashed at him from all sides. He felt blood running down his face and chest, but he did not falter. He kept fighting, until his axe was stained red with goblin blood. He killed dozens of them, but there were still more. They pressed on him, trying to overwhelm him with their numbers. He felt a spear pierce his side, then another in his leg. He stumbled, but he did not fall. He lifted his axe for one last strike. He saw a goblin chieftain in front of him, wearing a metal helmet and a necklace of dwarf skulls. He recognized him as the leader of the horde, the one who had ordered the attack on his clan. He glared at him with hatred and defiance. He shouted a final curse at him, then brought down his axe with all his strength. The blade cut through the helmet and split the goblin's head in two. Durgan smiled grimly as he watched the chieftain's body fall to the ground. He had done it. He had killed their leader. He had avenged his clan. He felt a sudden pain in his back, then another in his neck. He looked down and saw several arrows sticking out of his body. He felt his strength leaving him, but he did not care. He had done enough. He dropped his axe and fell to his knees. He looked up at the sky and saw the sun setting behind the mountains. He felt a warm breeze on his face and heard a distant thunder. He closed his eyes and whispered a final prayer. "Moradin, I'm coming home."